You know, I'll be sitting here, guys, as long as you want and say nothing and just enjoy the weather. Unless you guys come up with a question, there's nothing else for me. You know, we've been having these talks for the past year. It's been at least over 100 live talks, because we had 2 live talks every week. And on this channel, The Amazing Things in the World, which is for the kindness of the bunch of wonderful group of young thinkers of Whittyfeed, based in India, Indore, India. We have had the chance to have this chat for the past year, and I appreciate the opportunity that we have to share this 1 hour a week together. It started about 15-20 minutes of talk. Now we have a pretty much good group of people around the world that look forward for these talks every week, and I'm delighted to be part of it and share some thoughts with you. Now that it's been during this past year, we've had lots of lectures, long talks and long lectures for the first few months, and then we've been having question and answer. So unless we have questions, we don't have any answers here. Katie says, do you feel we have the power to bring positive and good things into our lives? Or is it a matter of only acknowledging the good and positive happenings? Who cares, Katie? I mean, I don't need to have a formula to know that I have to do my best every day, the best possible day, the wisest way I know, make efforts, make things happen in order for me to accomplish something. Now, whether that means I have to think positively constantly or what, it doesn't matter. All I know is that I have to get off of my chair and take actions, and of course those actions should be positive actions. My thoughts should be positive, because if I'm busy doing things, my thoughts are with my doing things. And when my thoughts are busy creating and doing things, naturally they won't be negative. Because I'm trying to do something positive, and whatever I do, before I do it, my mind thinks of it first. And if what I'm doing is a positive doing, therefore my mind thinking for doing those things must be positive in order to make those things to be positive doings. And while I'm being positive, there would be no negative thoughts. So doing good things is the actual elixir, secret. When you do good things, positive things, to create things, to help yourself, help others, do your job good, which is going to help somebody, having that in mind, so you'll be focused on your job. When you're focused on your job, your mind is focused on doing something positive, doing something creative, doing something productive. And therefore, the mind is focused. When the mind is focused, it's not going to be around doing anything else other than what you want it to do. That's how you can keep it in line. It's like saying I have a magnifying glass and I'm putting the sunlight through it, and it's now focused on this piece of paper so wonderfully that it can actually be so productive to create fire, so I can then cook food with it or feed people or things like that. But in the meantime, you say, while it's focused, it's also dissipating. It's not. It's focused. It has no chance of being dissipated, this light beam going through this magnifying glass. So the thought too, while it's focused doing something positive, it's not dissipating. It's not going away thinking about negative and other things, because it's active. It's active in a good way. So keep your mind, keep your life dynamic, moving, productive, and you will not have a chance to think negatively, because it's doing something positive. And to do something positive, you got to think positive. So when it's thinking positive, it's like the magnifying glass focusing on concentrating the light, and it won't have a chance or interest to dissipate or, in your thinking, think negative. So regardless of what the formula is, just try to be productive in your life. Just focus on what is alive, what is dead. If something is dead, no sense thinking about it, because you can't change what is already gone. So why are you wasting your time? Because you think what is in your head is the world, instead of thinking the world is the world. Your head is just a fragment of the memory of what was happening in this world before today's world, in the past, not the now of the world, and therefore what is in the memory is not of a consequence, and I should not be focusing on it. I should be focusing on this. My head is not the world. My head only housed a fragment of the experiences I have had in the past, going through this journey of this world, but I prefer to be with the world every step of the way, because that's the fresh thing, and I will be away and do away with the stuff that is no longer in existence. And I shouldn't be worried about it or thinking about it, because whether I think this way or that way about it doesn't change anything. So why am I wasting my life losing this opportunity of fresh things ahead of me, and instead I'm keep going forward but looking backward? I'm going to crash into the wall. So let me be one with what's ahead of me, with one with the present moment, because that's where my attention is needed, not what is dead and doesn't need my attention. You know, why should I be thinking about the road that I had to take in order to get to the previous town that I've passed 2 days ago? Right now I should be focusing here, because this is the road I'm on to get to that town. What's the use of me while going toward that town, and that's ahead of me, thinking about the road I took to get to the previous town? What is that for? I'm not going to be doing any favor to myself. I'm going to get off road by not being focused on this road. So this is the one I should be focusing ahead of me, in front of me. Whatever that road was, whatever it had, has nothing to do with this road. So I should be focusing on this, so I can make this journey pleasant and stronger and better experiences. That's all. I can use what I learned from that journey, so whenever I see a notion of that on this road, I will veer off and I won't fall in that ditch. That's the good thing about memory. Other than that, anything else in it is dead. No sense for me thinking about all those things. So negative, positive, just live your life with the moment, do your best you can, and it will become positive if you do your best at any given moment. I hope that was something for you to think about, Katie.